Here's a good question where they're asking you, they're saying it's a linear function, some kind of line, and these are values from that line, and they're asking what h of 2 is. So this is functional notation, and typically we write it like this: f of x is equal to something, some number, and this value over here will be y. So when they tell you h of 2 is 13, what they're saying is the x value is negative 2, that's from here, and the y value is 13. Okay, and then from over here, the point that you get from that, the x value is 1 and the y value is 4. So I have 2 points, and from those 2 points I'm supposed to come up with the equation of a line. Well, I know I need to get the slope of that line and the y-intercept. So let's use a slope formula. So slope is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And let's call this y2 and x2. So this is y1 and x1. So y2 is 4 minus y1 is a 13 over x2 is a 1 minus a negative 2. Okay, so 4 take away 13 is negative 9. 1 take away a negative, so these two would cancel to be positive. 1 plus 2 is 3. So the slope of the line, when you divide those, is negative 3. Once I have the slope, then I can go to this equation, y equals mx plus b, and I can use the slope, I know that, so I'll put that in for m. And then x and y, these two things, I know points from up here. So I can either use that point or this point. I'm going to use, where's my arrow thing? I'm going to use this point here because the numbers are smaller and there's no negatives. So that's what I'm using. Alright, so the y value over there is a 4. So 4 is equal to the slope times x is a 1 plus b. So 4 is equal to negative 3, that's equals, plus b. So I'm going to have to add 3 to both sides. Add 3 here, add 3 there. So 7 is equal to b. So the equation that I have then is I have y equals mx plus b. That's the general equation. I've solved for m, that's right there. And I've solved for b, that's right there. So I just plug them in. So y is equal to negative 3x plus 7. So that's my general equation of a line that includes those 2 points. Then, as part of the question, they say, well, what's the value of this function h, or of this line, when x is 2? Okay, so if I want to know what the value of y is when x is 2, I can plug that 2 in there. So my equation is y equals negative 3x plus 7. I'm going to plug in a 2 everywhere I see an x, plus 7. And then y is equal to negative 3 times 2 is negative 6 plus 7. And negative 6 plus 7 is a positive 1. Okay, so the value of h of 2 would be a positive 1. Hopefully that helps.